Week 2 is in the books. The Washington Huskies have now completed 6 spring practices, and in this video, I'm going to take you through everything that I saw from the sidelines from the second week of practice at Washington. And beginning with a look at the quarterbacks, a lot of passing drills this week and a great opportunity to see up close Demond Williams Jr., the starter for this football team, true sophomore. And as you watch him throw the football, you can see an uptick in the strength and velocity he's putting behind the football, as well as the accuracy during these throwing sessions. And similar to what I said last week, he's playing with increased quickness and confidence in his second year in the Jedd Fisch offense. Tulane transfer quarterback Kai Horton is taking just about every rep with the second team in this offense during spring practice, and at 6'4", he's got a different frame than the rest of this quarterback room, and as a senior, he brings with him a lot of experience to a young group of quarterbacks. Horton appeared in 15 games during his 4 seasons at Tulane, 866 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Dash Beierly transferred to Mater Dei High School for his senior year, where he led the Monarchs to a national championship in 2024, throwing for 2,200 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and just 2 interceptions. He also had 5 rushing touchdowns on the ground. At 6'1", 215 pounds, Beierly has a physical build and a strong arm, and I've primarily been seeing him taking reps with the third-team offense behind Kai Horton. Kini McMillan, delivering a nice back shoulder pass here to Chris Lawson, was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Hawaii after his 2023 performance in high school, 3,500 passing yards, 42 passing touchdowns. He suffered an injury during his senior year of high school, but he's back on the field now at Washington, healthy, participating in the spring. And here's a couple throws from Shea Kuykendall. He and Kini McMillan have been rotating at that 4-5 spot in the quarterback depth chart. Last year at this time, running back Jordan Washington was 157 pounds, and after practice on Tuesday, Jedd Fisch said he's now up to 185. And his speed is just different, arguably the fastest player on the team along with Demond Williams Jr. Jordan Washington broke off a 60-yard touchdown run at practice this week. During an 11-on-team session of practice, Jordan Washington beat the defender to the edge, and he was just gone. There was no one coming close to him, an easy touchdown for 60. Jordan Washington has had a lot of touches this spring, carrying the football a lot at practice. Jedd Fisch said that that's by design. They know what Jonah Coleman is. He doesn't need to carry the ball a million times. This is Jordan Washington's opportunity to show what he can do for the depth of this backfield.
Jordan Washington has elite speed. Jordan Washington ran, I think it was like 10.26 or something like that in California on 100. He's pretty elite, as we saw coming down that sideline.
The offensive line is looking more Big Ten caliber in terms of size. 18 guys dressed this spring, and it returns over 1,700 snaps from last year's group. 6th-year senior Carver Willis is a new addition to this group. He's got over 1,300 snaps, starting 11 of 12 games last season for Kansas State at right tackle. But this spring, we've seen him primarily line up at left tackle opposite Drew Azzopardi at right tackle, and Landon Hatchett is the primary center with the ones. At the guard spots, there's been a lot of rotation this spring, including Paki Finau, Garen Hatchett, Zach Henning, and a couple of true freshmen, including Champ Chalealea and John Mills. And Jedd Fisch made it clear this week he expects significant contributions to come from 1 or 2 true freshmen on this offensive line this season. And it's a similar story along the defensive line. Big Ten caliber size, especially with the transfers that Washington brought in this season, including Ontario Thompson, Samote Pepa, and Taitai Uiagalelei. Thompson transferred from Western Michigan. The defensive tackles listed at 6'4", 306, while Samote Pepa came in from Utah at 6'3", 350 pounds. He's a zero technique. But Arizona transfer Taitai Uiagalelei might be the most intriguing of this group of transfers because of the versatility that he brings to this defensive front. He's been lining up both inside at the 4-eye and outside at the 5 technique. And because of his athleticism, they can use him on the edge of a 5-down front, bring him with pressure, or drop him into zone windows to play coverage defense.
Tai, yeah, he's versatile. That's the nice thing about him. We can use him inside, outside. He has a lot of reps under his belt. So
it's definitely a challenge, but it's a challenge that I like to take on. Just definitely getting to know every position is a challenge, and I enjoy it. I just really enjoy D-line play.
But through 6 practices this spring, it's all levels of Ryan Walters' defense that are making things difficult for play caller Jedd Fisch. The Husky defense has unofficially logged 13 interceptions and 16 pass breakups during team periods over these first 2 weeks of spring practice, and Jedd Fisch talked about some of those challenges from the offensive perspective.
Yeah, the defense says, well, number one, we're much bigger as a team, so moving the line of scrimmage is a challenge. The different coverages that they play and the different schematically, you got a lot of 5-down fronts, but you have a lot of guys dropping into the zone windows. So when they're playing zone, and then they do play a lot of man coverage, and I think our corners are playing at a high level right now. I can't wait to see it when Pricelock gets back and you have the 2 6'4" corners on either side, and watching Rashawn Clark, Leroy Bryant really working their way back inside. That nickel position is going to be huge for us, that competition. So I think what they do is they give you a lot to deal with. They give you a lot of pressures. They give you a lot of different scheme, and then they also sit in the zone windows.
Ephesians Pricelock continues to participate with limited availability this spring, and Tacario Davis unofficially has 4 pass breakups on defense throughout team periods. There is a lot of reliance on man coverage on the outside of this defense with the cornerbacks, and we saw Caleb Presley step up this week, making some really good plays on wide receiver Omari Evans. He had a quality pass breakup, and his physical play at the line of scrimmage kept Evans from making his release. And Jedd Fisch also mentioned these two in competition for the nickelback spot, Leroy Bryant and Rashawn Clark. So far this spring, Clark has had 4 interceptions, 2 of which were one-handed. He's a physical and athletic cornerback who always finds his way to the ball. And that's it for week 2 of spring practice at Washington. Be sure to stay right here for more updates all throughout the spring and into the 2025 Washington football season.